the idea of environment that change your thought is actually really important, really beneficial to you, so you can actually use it if you want it. But at the same time, there's only one little problem. Sometimes you have just simply nothing to do. For example, I like literally today, I just came from university. I didn't have much to do. Of course, I had a habit just sit down on my sofa, on my whatever, and just play some songs, just learn how to play some songs. But afterwards, what I did is just pretty much nothing. The only thing I did was laying on a bed and reading a book, maybe, but that was it. Like, that was pretty much it. But until the moment I realized that I'm missing one little ingredient, one little thing that actually make me more productive 100 times on a daily basis, which is having a to-do list. I hope you can see it, and I hope it's actually pretty much okay. And right now, as I'm saying to you, this is like literally the only thing that will make your life 100 times more productive if you're not distracted. If you have your free time, what you can use for yourself is to have a to-do list, to actually be productive. I can actually end this video right here, but at the same time, I would love to share my own experience with that. So, for example, in the past couple of days, I was writing down some things that I needed to do. So, for example, change my room. That was the first day of like environmental challenge or experiment, whatever. And then just simply work in a garden, exercise, learn Godot. Godot is like a game engine tool if you're interested in that. Just simply like clean up my room, record your progress for the first day, and that was my like to-do list for the very first day. And I accomplished everything on that to-do list, even though there wasn't like too much of things. Like for the first day, there was only 6 stuff, and it wasn't really hard for me to sit down and do those because, well, why not? I was completely free at that moment and I had nothing to do except, well, let's just work, let's just do something productive. Yesterday was completely exactly the same. I wrote down for myself like make a video, exercise, make a Flappy Bird, clone of a Flappy Bird in a Godot, and watch 15 minutes of music theory. I tried to implement the idea of habits, and try to build a new habit of playing with on accordion, just simply learning music theory, just simply learning about chords, about scales, about everything of that. And it was really interesting for me to sit down and play with an instrument, learn how to do stuff. It was really interesting. And today, I completely forgot about using a to-do list. For some reason, it was really dumb for me. I don't know why, but just I completely forgot it. It's really easy to just if you don't know the power of to-do list, it is really easy to completely forget about it. So today, like in the middle of a day, probably like in 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. So I remember that I probably needed to write a to-do list for myself, and for today what I wanted to do at that moment is to make a video about to-do lists, which I'm doing right now. Watch 5 minutes of music theory. I decided to watch less videos to just simply practice more. I really like to play with an instrument much more than watching a music theory, and because of the fact that those the ideas that I was watching in a video was completely like for like a couple of minutes maximum. So I decided like 5 minutes is actually enough for me, and then like maybe 20 minutes of practice is enough for the day. Then I decided to do 12 push-ups. I'm not a guy that likes to exercise, so I started really small. Even though 12 push-ups still seems like a lot, but for me, just it's not just easy. Just I can do this. It's whatever. I mean, it's still hard for me just do those because 12 push-ups, everything in pain. But I do like just do it. I mean, it's not hard for me just do it for some reason. If it's hard for you, you can just simply do it less or something. So learn how to spawn an object in Godot. So I decided to just simply learn one topic in Godot. I did it instantly almost. It was really easy for me to just learn it. So I can say that this is pretty much it. Like, use a to-do list. And here's an example of me using it. But what is specifics? What do you really should do on a daily basis? And in order to just simply maximize your productivity and profit from this video, well, first thing first, what I suggest you to do is to build a habit of writing down a to-do list. This is should be your first priority right now, because if you have a habit of writing down to-do list, the whole day will be planned automatically without having, pushing yourself to do this. Because for me, it's not like too easy to sit down and write what I would do, because it's just kind of effortful for me. So I guess I would actually need to build a habit of writing down to-do list what I'm gonna do. Do it first thing in the morning, because it is really easy to just wake up, do it right away, and completely forget about this whole list. Probably, I mean, just simply not eat the frog. That was the code, like this productivity method. Just simply do the hardest thing first thing in the morning. Then second, whenever you just write things down in a to-do list, don't make it too much for review right now. Right now, if you're just starting being productive, what I recommend you to do is to start small, start with the things that are really easy to do, much more easier than you would thought to do. So for example, if you think that, well, I can easily do 10 push-ups, lower it down to 5 push-ups, and lower it even this down to, for example, 2 push-ups. Right now, what you need to do is to build a habit of, just simply pushing up. That's pretty much it. You need to focus on building a habits first, so on the days when everything will be hard and you wouldn't feel like just simply exercising, you will at least have the habit of just doing it anyway. So even if you don't feel like it, you will have the energy. So right now you should actually primarily focus on habits. So that's why I'm gonna just simply redo my 12 push-ups to at least doing 2 push-ups. And the next thing is, I would love to talk about the environmental change I learned from Atomic Habits by James Clear. I hope everyone already knows it. I learned one little thing from this book, but I didn't try it myself, so I'm not gonna talk about it yet. So in to-do lists, as I said, make it easy. Everything should be easy, everything should be small, and that's pretty much it. Just simply, and then what's the power of having a to-do list is simply your brain will think of doing something on a to-do list while he is bored. So for example, if he has nothing to do except maybe just sitting on or laying on a bed and just simply doing nothing, if you have a to-do list, that'll be the biggest the most interesting stuff you can ever have in your day, pretty much. So that's the only power, I would say. If you are bored, your mind will think about, oh, so we just simply have nothing to do, so let's try to do 1 push-up, why not? And let's do something else. And if you want to build a habit, I recommend you to not focus on a days, but instead focus on simply how much you do the habit. So for example, if you want to build a habit of recording videos on a daily basis, as I'm doing right now, don't try to record on a daily basis or as long as possible, but try to record as much as possible in one day, within one day. So for example, record in the mornings, record after lunch, record after dinner. Even though you don't have to post and everything, at least you will build a habit of just sitting down and recording something on it. Just simply recording, just simply pressing the play button and the record button, and that's pretty much it. Or if you want to build a habit of exercising, just try to not randomly, but simply try to build a situation for yourself when you want to exercise, when you need to exercise. So as I said, 1 push-up. So for example, do it after you just stand up from your chair, or try to do it after you do something else. So the more you repeat the exact habit within a day, the faster it will actually become a habit. So that's how it works. It doesn't actually matter to simply space it out so you only can do this once per day, but you can actually do it multiple times per day. So if you have a to-do list, again, you can build a habit of writing down a to-do list in a within a day like 20 times or 30 times. Just simply sitting on a table, whatever, just simply decide what you would need to do and do it, I would say. And I hope this video was helpful for you. It is really helpful for me, not the video itself, but I mean the to-do list, the ideas. And tomorrow I'm probably gonna share the idea that I'm gonna try this night. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.